All right, so let's carry on to the next recipe. We've got a salad. And again, watching the amount of protein that you're putting in. So my favorite dishes are ones that are, you got everything inside of the dish, right? So you want to make sure that you've got your veg, your color, you've got some amount of protein, whether that's coming from animal or plant-based. And then you've got some healthy carbohydrates. So high fiber with lots of antioxidants, giving you especially things like vitamin E, which are found in those whole grains. So our next up is a salad. And, again, get lots of questions about, how much sodium, how much salt can I have? And again, for, general healthy eating guidelines, if your doctor has not given you an amount that you can or cannot have, then again, you want to follow, balanced eating. And so having a low sodium diet, which is approximately, I would say about 1,500 milligrams throughout the day, which again, you don't have to go into details about calculating, but we did want to provide you with an option that is a protein, but also a low sodium version. So cheese, for example, tends to be higher in fat and sodium. And ricotta is one of those that actually has less sodium of all the cheeses, all right? And it's super, super tasty. So we've created this amazing recipe, again, that you could grill, use on the barbecue, and incorporate into that yummy, delicious salad.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are making a grilled apricot salad with some of that ricotta, that delicious ricotta that Stephanie talked about. And this features obviously our apricots, but you can use any fruit really that you enjoy. But the point is that we're going to be grilling fruits, and fruit is one of those ones that you may have tried it before, but if you haven't, it's a great way to add a little bit more flavor. It sort of concentrates the flavors and the sweetness of that fruit, and it completely transforms it. So something that's nice to have. And also another little thing that it's good to note is that Steph, you can go ahead and grill fruit, right? You can feel free to grill fruit and veg.
So unlike your meats that have some fat, okay, anything that's plant-based, so your tofu, your vegetables, your fruit, does not have any fat, and it's totally safe to grill on the barbecue. Okay, so, again, usually you want to avoid those grill marks when you're cooking chicken or a hamburger or fish, because that indicates that there's that where the fat is, in touch with very high heat and potentially becoming carcinogenic. However, with vegetables, fruit, and things like tofu, there's no fat in it. So having those grill marks is okay. It obviously, you don't want to char it too much because that doesn't taste good. And also not having, not dressing it in oil first, right? So you could put it straight on the grill. And again, it's totally safe to have. And it's a great way to incorporate that delicious taste. But again, get those antioxidants in and getting a variety of color.
Perfect. So we have our apricots here. I had a nectarine as well, so we threw that in and just wash it. Take the pits out. You don't really have to do too much to it, but we're going to try to add a little bit of flavor to this. Very simply, you can add, I've got some thyme here, so I'm just going to throw it in, stems and all. I'll just try to bruise the herbs a little bit because that's going to just get those essential oils out, right? And we're going to add, you can add a little bit of pepper if you want. Again, season it whichever way you like.
So the ketogenic diet, in terms of people who need to watch out for their protein levels, I would not recommend that one because it tends to be higher in protein. Okay, so not a great source. But again, if somebody is looking, their kidneys are working efficiently, it is okay. That said, in terms of reducing the risk of cancer recurrence, and the best one to follow, the Mediterranean diet is a way of living. It's a way of meal planning and prepping that actually has the most research. And a quick Google search will show you what that picture looks like, but essentially it's a triangle. At the bottom, which is where you have the most things you want to get in, right? That's lots of activity. Then as you go up that pyramid, you have the plant-based foods. So those are things like vegetables and fruit, whole grains. And then as you go higher and higher, you have things like fish, and then chicken, and then beef, and then a little bit of wine and dark chocolate. So, again, this is a guideline. And I have to emphasize, in a group setting such as this, it's really hard to answer specific questions when people are, have very personalized instructions. And so this is where, again, I emphasize, please go ahead and talk to your doctor about getting a referral with a dietitian. This person's going to be able to personalize your specific journey for your needs based on your lab values and your tastes and dislikes and, any side effects that you're experiencing.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephanie. Those are wise words. Thank you.
All right, so we have our grilled fruit, and you just want to cook it until it's nice and soft. We don't have to cook it until it's mush. We just want to get a little bit of that sweetness out of there. And this is when, again, we can start adding some more flavors. So I had some mint. We're going to throw in some fresh mint into that. If you want to add some peppers or onions or cucumber, this is an opportunity to, again, open up that fridge and look at the produce you have, and you can experiment there. And then we're going to just add a little bit of lemon juice and olive oil, and you can season this up, again, whatever way you like. A little bit of olive oil in there. And so that sweetness now from the fruits, from those apricots, is really going to be pretty intense in a good way. We'll give that a little toss. And then if you want to add some greens, you can do that too. So I actually had some, this is just some escarole, but if you add some like lettuce leaves, wash those up, throw it in, tear it in, make it a little bit rough here. Give that a little toss.
Jeremy, I have to say that looks so delicious.
Oh yeah, working on those colors, which is so important for sure. And that's pretty much it for that. And then for the ricotta, again, really, really simple. And you can buy this in the grocery store. You don't have to do too much to it. What I did was I just grated a little bit of lemon zest in here. So I didn't want to add the lemon juice directly to the ricotta, but the lemon zest will, really, really simply wash a lemon on the outside, grate it with a rasp, add it to the ricotta, and you have this really nice sort of lemony ricotta flavor. And we can just put that, and you can just add it directly to the salad, but I like putting it just on the bottom of the plate like this. You can sort of spread it out, and then just pile on those grilled apricots, some of those lettuce leaves right on top. Really, really simply. So it's a little bit more of a rustic style salad. But there we have our grilled apricot and ricotta salad.